There we go. Hello, everybody. Let's go. How are
Hey
you today,
Kevin,
guys?
yeah,
Hi, Matt. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Happy birthday to Zilliqa. I can't
Happy.
believe we made it to 5. I've got a 4-year-old daughter, and yeah, she's still not that grown up, so we've got a long way to go. But yeah,
I love it. How are you, Matt, in general? How do you feel during this amazing birthday event?
I'm over the moon. I think 5 years, I say, is an amazing achievement. I think we're all in a bit of a bear market at the moment, but there's a lot of obviously projects building on Zilliqa who are building. We're certainly building very hard within the business, just trying to drive awareness towards Zilliqa. So yeah, all in all, pretty bullish.
Happy birthday, Zilliqa, again. 5 years. 5 years for a blockchain. It seems like lifetime, but it's crazy great. And I love it. So again, happy birthday to all of you, the community members, to follow us since 5 years. Even for the new recent people that joined us recently, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Zilliqa. It's a pleasure to all of you on board. Thank you for following us. Again, really happy birthday.
Yeah, I think that's the key thing as well. Community is king within this game, and without the support of everyone within the community, we wouldn't be here today. So yeah, as you say, thank you everyone, and hopefully you can share with us in these birthday celebrations.
Absolutely agree. And actually, that's great because today we're gonna have amazing guests that will come and talk about their project, some team members that will explain on what they're working on the current moment, and also because it's our birthday and we love to reward the community, there will be 5 winners for 5 amazing NFTs that are coming directly from the collection of Sam McKnight from Wii U. It's going to be an airdrop. So guys, stay tuned and enjoy the party with us.
Let's do it.
I would love to introduce now our CEO for his new talk about the vision of Zilliqa and where we are going. I would love to present you Ben, and happy birthday again, guys.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Great to be here. Happy birthday, everybody. Amazing. So we made it. So there's a bit of a history in that we were planning to, originally we were planning to have this event a few days ago, but we hit a bit of a technical snag, as some of you probably noticed. But I think all is well, and we'll actually talk about that. We're not hiding things. We're being pretty sort of open about what happened. I think there was a lot of teamwork to get us to the present stage over the weekend that was necessary, but I think it worked out quite well. So we'll hear from Mauro in just a few minutes in terms of DevOps and what we're doing there and the side of DevOps to just increase the reliability of the network and do things of that nature. But look, quite a lot that I wanted to cover here as well. And first and foremost, it's actually amazing to see and I'm quite floored personally to see the outpouring of support that we've had, when we invited people to participate. So, today, in fact, this morning, we spent some time looking at some of the videos, and we realized that we have a lot more content that we can probably fit into the allotted slot. But it's also probably a good problem to have, realistically speaking. So, if you are there watching this at home, please be patient. We actually have quite a lot to entertain you with. And if you're watching this later on YouTube or some such, then you should be able to, scroll back and forth and find interesting bits and pieces of content because we have quite a lot prepared for you. So we'll have a few of these live talks, as such as this one and panel kind of things, and we want to highlight various things from the team that are sort of happening in the background. But we also wanted to highlight some of the projects that are building on Zilliqa, some of the personalities within the community, and we are very happy to have all of those with us, and some of those will come in the form of prepared videos. So something I'm looking forward to as well. But just to make a few high-level points before we go too much further, look, I mean, now is the time to build, and this is what happens in bear markets. Those of you who have been through a few of them kind of know the mantra, right? So this is probably not surprising to some of you. And so building is happening both within Zilliqa as well as on the outsides, various community projects, various partnerships, all of that is going on. In terms of what's happening within Zilliqa, just to highlight that a little bit more. A few things we announced a few months back, such as support for the EVM. There is a lot of work happening every single day on that front. There's also support for a fast Scylla runtime with LLVM. This is another thing that we also advertised a little while back. But there is a number of activities that are happening beyond that, so such as improving the infrastructure across the board, improving the network, and various monitoring kind of tasks, things of that sort. But also increasingly, we are both thinking as well as mentioning what we call Zilliqa 2.0, which is the next version of the network, the next version of the platform. There's a number of things that are already happening on that front. We're not quite public about some of these things yet. We need to put our thoughts together and start quite a number of exploratory pieces and sort of start pulling those together before we do too much else. But something I wanted to both acknowledge and also hopefully excite you about as well. So I think we'll increasingly use this hashtag Zilliqa 2.0 across the social media networks. So look out for that. What else? You'll see a wide array of projects presenting to you, all the way from some of the things that have been built out of Zilliqa, such as the Rialto marketplace, Metapolis, of course, as well as a few others. And in addition to that, you'll see various projects that represent the creator economy, various personalities, NFT releases from DrDeath, Solar Citadel. I'm not gonna, mention all of them, but just to keep you on your toes, so to speak. So there'll be quite a lot more that you'll get to see, and we'll, every once in a while, we'll also introduce a technical topic or two. So we'll talk about, the state of DevOps. We'll talk about the state of EVM support, just to keep some of the builders in the audience equally entertained, let's say. Last but not least, and to add to what Matt was saying, look, I mean, the outpouring of support from the community is astonishing almost every time. And we've actually improved our engagement with the community, I think, over the last couple of months alone, even. We are working on growing the ambassador program, and that's happening internationally as well, maybe a little bit more slowly than I'd like to see that, but it's happening anyway. So it's really good to see people engaging in a variety of contexts, Discord, Twitter, various other things as well. So that's really super nice to see, and this is really what gives strength to us to continue building, to continue developing the ecosystem. So thank you very much for that. Happy birthday. Happy to give it back to Kevin, who will probably introduce us to a few exciting projects. Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ben, really, for this kind talk. Thanks a lot. I will mention again, thank you everyone for joining this live event. It's really mean a lot for us. So thank you to be there, and happy birthday again. Let's make this event great. I would love to introduce you Moro, who is the head of DevOps. He will be able to talk a bit more about what happened during the weekend, and at the same time give you more insight about Zilliqa future. Let me introduce you Moro.
Hello, everyone. I'm Moro Medda, and I'm from Italy. I'm the new head of DevOps of Zilliqa. So first and first, happy birthday to everyone, and thanks for having me today as part of this big event. So before, let me give you a little bit of intro about myself and my background. Before joining Zilliqa, I was in the Emirates group. I was the head of DevOps and SREs of Emirates. As part of this role, I was leading a team consisting of a core platform and the SREs that were spread across the different agile autonomous team. And as part of this role as well, I was giving technical leadership into the design and as well the execution plan of a bespoke DevSecOps platform that was adopted by 2,100 developers spread across the globe. So with that said, let's step a little bit more in my crypto journey. So my crypto journey started back in 2016, thanks to one of my managers then. He was a very crypto enthusiast. I started like many of us as a simple investor, and then I started to get very, very addicted to that world. So that's pretty much my journey within the crypto space. Now, let me tell you why Zilliqa. So in my career, I have helped different organizations to drive digital transformation, streamline their software delivery lifecycle, improve their product security and quality, and of course, integrate different technologies such as public cloud with a goal to enabling this organization to evolve from Web 1 to Web 2. So having seen what I've seen, I strongly believe that the blockchain technology, the DeFi, the Web3, will be the next wave, the next seed of the transformation. And of course, I want to be part of it, not just as an adopter, but also as a builder. And that's precisely what Zilliqa does. So build and stimulate the builder economy. That's why I'm very, very excited to join Zilliqa and be part of this community of people. So I would like to take some time today to share my plan and the plan that my team has for the DevOps. But before, let's touch a little bit the point about what happened on Saturday within the mainnet when the mainnet went down because of a bug affecting one of the library of our Shielded server. So I don't want to spend that much time in digging into the details because we already provide the postmortems and the retrospective as a blog post. I want to emphasize how good and proud I am from our team and our community, how fast they react. And of course, we stick in our plan. So our objective since the beginning was recover the mainnet in less than 24 hours. And we made it. We recovered the mainnet in 20 hours. And for us, that was not the end, it was just the start of the journey. So Zilliqa 2.0, it's all about continuous improvement mindset. That's precisely what we have in mind and what we are pushing and aiming for. And that's what DevOps is, it's all about, right? So let's now come back a little bit to the DevOps, why DevOps, and how DevOps can really help Zilliqa in keeping growing, scaling, and maintaining the highest level of reliability, security, and what I have in mind for Zilliqa. So first of all, DevOps is about enabling organizations to deliver software in the most safest, secure, and fastest way possible. In other words, it's all about improved speed and efficiency. My goal is elevate the reliability and the security of Zilliqa and its ecosystem, but at the same time, keeping the possibility and making possible for us to deliver innovation at pace. For this to happen, we have in mind different strategies, right? So we are going, for example, to embrace new processes such as continuous deployment for our network services. We want to introduce new methods for example, that can help us in changing components without affecting the entire network and services, without impacting the overall network functionality and stopping service transaction. So we have a good plan, an exciting plan. We will share some of our, priority points soon in a blog post. But for now, I'm very proud and happy to be part of Zilliqa, and happy birthday, everybody. Thank you very much.
Moro.
Great to have you on board.
Definitely. Thank you again. Shall we invite Valerie to speak a bit more about the EVM compatibility?
Why not? Everyone's excited to hear about it.
Hi, everyone. My name is Valery, and I lead distributed system engineering at Zilliqa, working on things like EVM, Zilliqa 2.0, and a few others, as Mauro said, like continuous improvement and other things. So today I'll talk a little bit about our EVM plans, what the community should expect from it, what it will look like, and what the benefit is for everyone. So on the one hand, why EVM for Zilliqa? Well, it's just because it has become kind of a standard in the ecosystem of EVM compatible software, and chains has evolved in the recent years so much, and we want to bring the benefit of using the whole ecosystem to the whole community. And on the one hand, what should we expect? Well, we should be expecting that Zilliqa becomes a fully EVM compatible network, which means that It's basically when you have some software, some integrations that require an EVM compatible network, you can expect to simply point it to a given address and port, and expect the network to be behaving like you would expect a normal EVM compatible network. So it is as native to the EVM public as it can be. On the other hand, on the other side, let's look at how compatible it is with the current Zilliqa. And I must say we have the same native token ZIL, right? So we do not have a separate token for EVMs, anything like that. It's the same ledger, the same blockchain. It is not an L2. It's a seamless integration with the current L1. The same account space. There will be some minor differences because of the different signature scheme that Zilliqa uses. Zilliqa, as some of you who is technical might know, that we use Schnorr signatures, and Ethereum and other networks traditionally use the CDSA. So we have a solution for that. We will support it in such a way that few people will notice any difference. So our solution will be as native to Zilliqas, to existing Zilliqas, as it will be native for the existing users of EVM networks. The principle of least surprise for everyone. In terms of how it is compatible with Zilla and what place, how do we relate Zilla with EVM, we're also working on a good story there that, for current Zilla users, it will just mean more opportunities, so they have a choice. For the people who come on board to the Zilliqa ecosystem through the EVM, might appreciate that, we can keep just using EVM as with other networks, but Zilliqa will have more capabilities supporting giving you a choice of another language, and we're working on how exactly the interoperability will look like. Well, having said all that, I think that we will all benefit from the input of the community, and I think as soon as our testnets are ready, we will be reaching out to the community and inviting people for doing some integration projects with us ahead of the mainnet launch. We are currently running small dev nets just for the developers, but there will be a moment when we will announce the publicly available testnet. I'm looking forward to this moment. We'll still have a lot of work to do ahead of this.
We're all looking forward to that moment, I should say.
Yeah.
Valerie, what part are you going to throw when we actually go to testnet? I think you need to be offering the community something up in terms of a hackathon or something.
That's not a bad idea. I think I like this idea. We should see what we can build on Zilliqa with EVM using some unique Zilliqa capabilities. It's actually quite a good idea. I think we need to talk about this internally.
Awesome.
We're growing developer outreach across the board, and this will involve a mix of Zilla as well as Solidity for the EVM part. And so as part of that, chances are we'll do hackathons and things of that nature.
Yeah, and I think the key thing around it as well is just listening to the community and what people are saying. How do we kind of raise awareness for people building on Zilliqa? I think it's been a big challenge and a big pushback over the years. I think this ambition to kind of grow the EVM side is going to make that moat or that barrier to entry kind of reduce significantly. So hopefully for those who have been around Zilliqa for a while, kind of, I guess, struggled a little bit to get more eyes on your projects, hopefully this kind of approach that we're looking to take will support you in kind of growing your businesses, your organizations. So fingers crossed for everyone. It's going to be a good move for the Zilliqa community in its entirety.
Much more than agree, actually. Much more than agree. I would like to invite our last guest of the team. You probably know her. She is everywhere because she's our queen on Zilliqa, let's say, as the community call her. I would like to introduce you, Sandra.
I think you're on mute, Sandra.
Wow, and I just gave an amazing entrance speech. Sorry, guys, I have to repeat that. Hi, everyone. Firstly, hi to the whole team internally, and then secondly, hi to the ZilFam. I'm really happy to be here with you guys on my second Zilliqa's birthday. Actually, previously, when I first joined, it was the first birthday, and I was a bit nervous, but this time I think a lot more excitement up and coming. So in the past year, and I'm trying to be very quick here, the last year that we've been together, there's been a lot of ups and downs through this ecosystem. We've seen a lot of projects come in. We've seen a lot of projects, unfortunately leave. But overall, the sentiment has been that our ecosystem has grown in a direction that has never been seen before, not only with the partnerships that we've accomplished, but also with the and
You're back.
I'm back. Sorry. How we've been able to leverage the community, the ecosystem, but most importantly, we've broken into, the metaverse. I really want to talk about Metapolis. I'm sure you all know we had an amazing event over in the United States, which was a great signal for us breaking through into markets. We also had a lot of great movement when it came to the artists that we onboarded, as you guys have seen in the Rialto spaces. The broader vision of what we are doing and what we've done has always been to onboard the masses into Zilliqa, into the ecosystem, and to get people familiar with our amazing projects and what the team is accomplishing. So when it comes to NFTs, I'm sure you all heard about the Wii U partnership that happened. That was a great project in the making, and a great partnership which saw the launching of Sam McKnight. Now, Sam McKnight is a world-renowned, legendary hairstylist who's been, touching the hairs of the royal family, Kate Moss, Gigi Hadid, and everyone else that we all kind of follow on Instagram. And for us, that was a massive signal of trust shown in how we are incorporating mass adoption to our chain and leveraging luxury and bringing them into Zilliqa and the touch points that their end user does with us. So I guess from my end, and not to take up a lot of time, the progress has been very steady. It's been very fast and it's been very quick. At the core for everything that we've done and that we do, it's always been the community. So from my end, and I guess to quickly end, it would be thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the trust. And more importantly, thank you for constantly being the voice of growth that we do in putting out any project and any ecosystem, assistance that is required by you guys. So thanks for this journey. And yeah, that's all for me.
Yeah, and I think from a Zilliqa perspective, I think just recognizing the work that you've done over the past year, Sandra, take a bow. You've been an absolute monster, a massive beast for our community. And yeah, I've noticed some comments saying how much they all love it. That's mutual internally as well. So well done and keep up the good work.
Thanks, Matt. You're a legend. And I wore white for everyone today as well. So I've changed from black to white. I hope people notice that. So I'm celebrating.
Guess we're not very color coordinated across the board. But anyway.
Wow, that's great. Thank you,
We
Sandra.
got the same background there, right? So the background is consistent.
So let's go for the second part of our amazing event. It will be right now, it will last a bit long, so I will suggest you grab some popcorn, grab some drinks, make yourself some coffee, because you're gonna see our ecosystem projects showing what they're working on, wishing us an amazing happy birthday. And also, I will not spoil you, but there will be some leak alpha info just for you guys. So be ready, because it will soon start.
Yeah, I think just to add to that, Kevin, I think one thing that really kind of inspires all of us, I think Sandra just touched on it, is obviously the projects building on Zilliqa. And when we see the growth, their ambition and the people involved, it kind of is, I guess, empowering for us that they choose to build on Zilliqa. So I think if you look at the likes of even Luna Crush today, I noticed they had an announcement regarding their API that's going to be kind of productized to kind of drive, I guess, new money or new users into their ecosystem. Is a kind of powerful statement in terms of kind of how they build out their growth. So I think from my perspective, just seeing the announcements from different projects in terms of how they're building, how they're growing, what they're doing is kind of really kind of, I guess it keeps giving us the motivation to kind of keep pushing forward in terms of kind of what we're doing. And as we kind of look forward to the next hour or so in terms of the videos that we got, I think just kind of calling out different individuals, different projects in terms of what they're building is an important part of just showing that while we do a lot of things internally, Zilliqa's ourselves, to really bring awareness to your project you're building, it's important that we showcase the power and the kind of the projects that are kind of being built out. I think the first video we've got coming up is of Max. He, if you don't know, I'm sure you do know if you're kind of part of the Zilliqa community, was one of the original founders at Zilliqa. And while he doesn't work for us, he's certainly our Trojan horse into the market. He's got massive gravitas and experience that's unrivaled. And everything he thinks about, to be honest, is about how does he drive awareness? How does he accelerate ecosystem growth into the Zilliqa ecosystem from the outside? And for me, for one, the support he gives in terms of bringing opportunities, making introductions, shouldn't be underestimated. And he kind of sometimes goes under the radar in terms of what he does. So let's hear what he has to say about the last 5 years and get his take on kind of seeing his baby grow, so to speak. So over to you, Max.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world today on this most auspicious day. And it gives me great pleasure today to say a few words about Zilliqa on its 5th birthday. And what I'd like to do is to share with you personally the 5 most important moments and memories of this past year that I think really start to define Zilliqa as we move forward into the next 5 years. So firstly, I had a vision for creating an entire industrial ecosystem when Zilliqa was born 5 years ago. And that vision was actually about being able to build ventures that were built on an industrial grade blockchain platform and that could actually become industry giants in their own vertical markets. In order to do that, it was very obvious to me that we needed to build an industrial grade blockchain platform that was traffic jam free, that was cheap to use, and one that was environmentally friendly. And I feel that over the past 5 years, and most importantly, over the course of the last year, our technology has become even better and certainly ticks all of those boxes. And what that's allowed me to do personally is to invest and guide projects that I think will become those industrial leaders and giants in the years to come. So thinking about this past year, it's been incredibly proud in partnership with Zilliqa to see xcad coming to life, for example. It's been a year or so since we launched xcad, and the memory of sitting in Times Square on a busy Thursday afternoon, seeing Zilliqa on billboards as well as xcad, talking about how its launch, its product launch is really going to have massive impact on the way that content is created. Alongside xcad this past year, of course, I've also been instrumental in helping token tracks come to life. And all these memories of projects that are now coming to life in industry verticals where we can do things with a blockchain that we couldn't do before, for me are really important defining moments, and much more of that to come. Number 2, I have for the last 7 years been talking to institutions all over the world, from banks to fund management groups to family offices, about the importance of blockchain-based industry. And I'm really very proud to say that having been able to bring a pension fund who've invested in token tracks earlier this year into an NFT venture is an absolute world first. And I really do think that bringing this quality long-term institutional capital has a very, very big part to play in the growth of the blockchain industrial world. Point 3, I think in the past year, we have actually finally seen a use case that has long duration. And we can't turn our heads these days or switch on the television without hearing those 3 letters, N, F, and T. And of course, the term may mean many different things to different people, but for me personally, I think we are on the tip of the iceberg, and we're now beginning to see utility coming from NFT projects that, again, would not be possible without blockchain layers and smart contracts. On that point, Zilliqa launching Rialto, its NFT market, I think is a really important defining moment. And it's a quality platform that will allow brands to come and with ease be able to launch their NFTs. Fourthly, for me, the launch of Metapolis in April in Miami was just an immense moment. The world's first metaverse as a service platform, I think, is a hugely exciting venture because it creates the venue for Web 3.0. And already in talking to gaming, eSports, e-commerce, art, fashion, and luxury brands about how they curate their presence in Web 3.0 has been an exceptionally exciting time for me. And we need to have quality venues for people in these industries to bring their Web 3.0 and immersive experiences to life. I've spoken this year at some really fascinating events, including the FT Luxury Summit, where talking to CEOs of luxury brands about how the metaverse, how the NFT and a blockchain layer that has the qualities of Zilliqa really can bring new channels to new markets for these important brands across industries. And finally, I have to say that for those of you that understand numerology, the number 5 is a master of change. It's actually able to flow and adapt itself to thrive in different environments and social situations. And I think that the number 5 represents change. And on that point, I have to say that probably the most important change that I've seen happen within Zilliqa over the last year is the quality of new people who are coming in with incredible capabilities and an incredible mindset and attitude to actually take Zilliqa to the next level, so that indeed it can interact and work with industrial giants who need to have a blockchain presence. Alongside the new team members that we've been hiring across the world, I see massive growth in our community, and the community has been supportive to all of the things that we've been doing and to me personally, and I cannot say a big enough thank you to all of you. Finally, I have to say that whilst we are sitting in an economically challenging time for our planet, we have to also remember that it's during some of the world's worst recessions that actually have given birth to some of the most successful companies on the planet today. Do your own research and you'll see how many companies have been born out of recessionary times. And I think as we continue to invest in and build new ventures and the technology that Zilliqa brings to them, I absolutely believe that we're going to see new companies absolutely becoming giants in new vertical markets. Do you know the number 5 was also actually a very lucky number for the famous fashion designer Coco Chanel. She said of her iconic fragrance I always launch my collection on the 5th day of the 5th month. So the number 5 seems to bring me luck. And she actually named her most famous perfume number 5 for that reason. So let's wish Zilliqa, its team members, and the entire community a very happy birthday. I look forward very much to the next 5 years. Take care.
Wow, Max always can mic drop a kind of different phase. So I never knew that the number 5 was a master of change. So yeah, that was quite an interesting take. But yeah, I think all the things he talked about as well was probably what got me into Zilliqa as well. The enterprise kind of outlook and everything that we're doing. And I think Sandra, as we kind of have gone out to market into battle many a time together, I think that's the thing that stood out in terms of who we're talking to. The big enterprises we talk to on regular occasions. And while people might think Zilliqa kind of punches above its weight in terms of those conversations, quite quickly when we talk to them and they start to understand our community, understand our people. And I think just from a business front end perspective, in terms of understanding what they're trying to do, we're starting to see a lot more traction in terms of Zilliqa and kind of our awareness. And a lot of that, from your perspective, Sandra, a lot of that you're driving as well. So.
Oh, you know, it is a team effort at the end of the day, but I think what you said, Matt, is absolutely correct. We are starting to, and we've always had that in our vision, to appeal to how can we onboard mass user adoption for growth rather than quick, you know, band-aid interactions that kind of, you know, they tap into our ecosystem and then they leave off to others. What we're looking at building is growth mindset rather than just a quick, okay, I forgot the saying. Is it a sprint or a marathon? The one that's quick. I haven't done exercise for a while, but one of them, one of them. So for us, it's the long-term vision.
You're able to train for a marathon, are you?
No, I can't go up the stairs without breathing heavily. So, you know, I'm definitely out of shape. But one thing we're definitely not out of is a lot of engagement and curiosity around Metapolis. And I think that's a perfect way to break into, you know, just touching on what Max has said brilliantly, is that we've had an amazing year with Metapolis. We've seen a lot of growth. We've seen a lot of interest in Metaverse as a service platform. And when we originally went to market with that feature, not many people had heard of it or even thought of that vision. So when we brought it to market, you know, we were at the forefront of the innovation, I guess you could say, of how this technology would play out in the market. And that has led us to be in countless and numerous, you know, PRs that have been put out in events and in plenty and plenty of, I guess you could say, situations where we've had to explain to people what the metaverse is and would become for its growth and the vision that's being put. And largely you can see this happening from, we ended up joining the Metaverse Standard Forums. Now, I know previously people kept tagging me saying, you know, is this going to happen when Metaverse Standard Forum? And, you know, it was already in progress. We were already there. It's just we did the announcement, and now we have a role to play in how the industry takes shape and form. And for me, this is a beautiful feature to add to the Zilliqa and to the Metapolis teams, I guess you could say, credentials, because not only are we a player in the L1 space, but we're also a player in the innovation and the future of how the metaverse will play out. So quickly, I'm going to now just introduce Mohan and Rama. So Mohan, I'm sure you all know him as the CEO of Metapolis, and Rama as the COO. Very quickly, they wanted to wish Zilliqa and the community a happy birthday. And I just want everyone to know in the community that this definitely won't be the last you see or hear from Metapolis or from Rialto or from anything that has to do with Zilliqa. I mean, we are charging like a bull into this, into the industry, and no one can get in our way. Definitely no one can get in our way. So Kevin, if you don't mind playing the videos, that would be great.
With huge pleasure.
Happy birthday, Zilliqa. Happy birthday, Zilliqa.
There we are. Here we are back. Hello again, and thank you for this happy birthday again for Zilliqa. And now, let's introduce our next videos. The next
Who's
one,
next up? Who is next up? Is it xcad, I think?
it's absolutely xcad with our boy Oli, who developed this amazing application.
Yeah, so I think Ollie is one of the kind of the OGs from the Zilliqa community, who then, I guess, went on to build one of the biggest dApps in respect to the creator economy on Zilliqa. And funnily enough, he was the person that actually pointed out Zilliqa to me way back when I was kind of starting out this journey. So I really enjoyed this conversation with Ollie, and it's great to see how far him and the xcad network has come. I think highlight for me must have been, as Max kind of alluded to in his video, was the day when they were kind of up in lights in Times Square, which must have been a really proud moment for him. So let's kind of play back the conversation I had with him the other day.
Thanks a lot. I will start the video now.
You've probably heard of xcad. When huge YouTubers are backing a YouTube-centric cryptocurrency project, it's time to take note. And when well over 50 YouTubers with hundreds of millions of subscribers are being announced to be using the product when it launches, it's already starting to show its potential scale. But what is xcad and what does it do? To understand this, let's take a step back. YouTube and its creators exploded in popularity from 2011 onwards and has shown no sign since of slowing down. One of the main reasons for this is due to the closer connection between YouTubers and their fans. Traditional celebrities felt untouchable. Fans struggled to connect with them as deeply as they barely know who they are or get a view into their life. We saw them portraying different characters in a movie theater or celebrating match-winning moments. But YouTube changed this. Fans got a view of their favorite creators on a daily basis. They felt closer to them, like they really knew them. But what if you could take it one step further? What if fans could have an input into creators' videos, voting on key decisions? There's still a huge gap between creators and their fans. xcad plans to bridge that gap. The more tokens they hold, the more weight their vote carries. What if they gathered some of the value when a creator succeeds, rather than the only other beneficiary being the platform the creator created on?
The fact that I'll be able to engage with my viewers even more on this journey that I'm on is super exciting.
xcad's creator tokenization achieves this. It's building a tokenization platform which will allow all creators to have their own fan tokens, essentially their own cryptocurrency. In order to earn these tokens, fans simply need to download the xcad plugin and watch YouTube videos, and with no changes to the user flow. And the more loyal you are, the more creator tokens you earn. There is one catch though. They must watch a video for 80% or more to earn the rewards. This is a huge advantage to YouTubers, as watch time is the most important metric for growth. This tackles the huge problem small to medium YouTubers have, which is growing in a saturated market. Within the plugin, they'll be able to swap the creator tokens earned with any other creator tokens, or go ahead and buy more of any creator's tokens if they so wish. Creators are able to build incentivized economies, offering services to fans and further incentives, which can be obtained through holding or exchanging creator tokens that fans have built up. Exclusive content, access to events, merchandise, social engagement are just a few of the things that creators can offer within this ecosystem. The possibilities are endless. Fans get paid out in the creator's token, and so does the creator. A mixture of base payments and milestones-related payments will provide another form of stable income for creators, one that is more predictable than YouTube's notoriously volatile ad revenue payments, while also incentivizing creators to grow the economies around their creator token and in turn, xcad. But there's also another thing that users can do with their hard-earned creator tokens. They can use them to open NFT moment packs.
As a YouTuber myself, I just think that NFT moments is such a great idea. I'm really excited for it.
Each creator will have the greatest moments of their career turn into NFT collectibles. The more iconic the moment is, the more rare it is.
What xcad is doing is going to be revolutionary for creators and their fans.
Everyone has a favorite YouTuber with a favorite moment of theirs. Well, now they can strive to own it. Users open packs to collect NFT moments, and in those packs, you get a variety of different creators' NFT moment cards. They can then hold them or build towards completing collections, trade them with others, or sell them to cash in. Once collections are built, it will change everything. xcad is going to further the connection between creators and their fans, allowing creators to build Web 3.0 economies around their content and audience, one that benefits creators and fans rather than just creators and the platform they create on. probably heard of xcad. When huge YouTubers are backing a YouTube-centric cryptocurrency project, it's time to take note. And when well over 50 YouTubers with hundreds of millions of subscribers are being announced to be using the product when it launches, it's already starting to show its potential scale. But what is xcad and what does it do? To understand this, let's take a step back. YouTube and its creators exploded in popularity from 2011 onwards and has shown no signs since of slowing down. One of the main reasons for this is due to the closer connection between YouTubers and their fans. Traditional celebrities felt untouchable. Fans struggled to connect with them as deeply as they barely know who they are or get a view into their life. We saw them portraying different characters in a movie theater or celebrating match-winning moments. But YouTube changed this. Fans got a view of their favorite creators on a daily basis. They felt closer to them, like they really knew them. But what if you could take it one step further? What if fans could have an input into creators' videos, voting on key decisions? There's still a huge gap between creators and their fans. xcad plans to bridge that gap. The more tokens they hold, the more weight their vote carries. What if they gathered some of the value when a creator succeeds, rather than the only other beneficiary being the platform the creator created on?
The fact that I'll be able to engage my viewers even more on this journey that I'm on is super exciting.
xcad's creator tokenization achieves this. It's building a tokenization platform which will allow all creators to have their own fan tokens, essentially their own cryptocurrency. In order to earn these tokens, fans simply need to download the xcad plugin and watch YouTube videos, and with no changes to the user flow. And the more loyal you are, the more creator tokens you earn. There is one catch though. They must watch a video for 80% or more to earn the rewards. This is a huge advantage to YouTubers, as watch time is the most important metric for growth. This tackles the huge problem small to medium YouTubers have, which is growing in a saturated market. Within the plugin, they'll be able to swap the creator tokens earned with any other creator tokens, or go ahead and buy more of any creator's tokens if they so wish. Creators are able to build incentivized economies, offering services to fans and further incentives, which can be obtained through holding or exchanging creator tokens that fans have built up. Exclusive content, access to events, merchandise, social engagement are just a few of the things that creators can offer within this ecosystem. The possibilities are endless. Fans get paid out in the creator's token, and so does the creator. A mixture of base payments and milestones-related payments will provide another form of stable income for creators, one that is more predictable than YouTube's notoriously volatile ad revenue payments, while also incentivizing creators to grow the economies around their creator token and in turn, xcad. But there's also another thing that users can do with their hard-earned creator tokens. They can use them to open NFT moment packs.
As a YouTuber myself, I just think that NFT moments is such a great idea. I'm really excited for it.
Each creator will have the greatest moments of their career turn into NFT collectibles. The more iconic the moment is, the more rare it is.
What xcad is doing is going to be revolutionary for creators and their fans.
Everyone has a favorite YouTuber with a favorite moment of theirs. Well, now they can strive to own it. Users open packs to collect NFT moments, and in those packs, you get a variety of different creators' NFT moment cards. They can then hold them or build towards completing collections, trade them with others, or sell them to cash in. Once collections are built, it will change everything. xcad is going to further the connection between creators and their fans, allowing creators to build Web 3.0 economies around their content and audience, one that benefits creators and fans rather than just creators and the platform they create on.
Mr. Ollie Bell, how the devil are you? CEO and original gangster of the Zilliqa community.
Hey man, how's it going? It's been a while.
Yeah, I know, it's been far too long, far too long. So yeah, 5 years, Ollie, is a lifetime in crypto. As one of the OGs, how would you reflect on the past 5 years in terms of Zilliqa? And can you actually believe that you would go on to build one of the biggest dApps on the platform?
There's only one word to really describe it, and that's a roller coaster. You know, I've kind of been there since the start. I was an early investor in Zilliqa in the seed sale. I've seen, you know, multiple team members leave, including founders, new teams, you know, new people come in. I've seen a lot of people, you know, I'm going to say join the community, and some people have also been here since kind of day one. And I know Zilliqa's been around for quite a while, but I do feel like now slowly, you know, obviously you've got stuff like Metapolis, xcad, you know, and I think there's a few other things like the games you guys are building. I'm starting to really see the ecosystem grow now, I'm going to say for the first kind of real time. So it's quite an exciting time.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I actually think you were the person that got me into Zilliqa all those years ago. So just reflecting back on this year as well, I think Times Square for me and seeing xcad network was a really proud moment for me. I guess seeing you guys up in lights, you managing to kind of promote Zilliqa on the world stage in such an iconic place. What emotions were you going through on that day?
So for those that know me, you know, I'm a little bit shy sometimes with kind of public speaking. Public speaking is not really my strong point. The team didn't really tell me how much speaking I had to do on the event, and I was extremely nervous. And there's some things that we were going to announce at the event that we did it in the last minute. There's quite a lot changing all the time. But it was a very nerve-wracking event. I think the first 5 minutes or so were extremely hard for me, knowing a lot of people watching live. And you know, in this interview we can cut stuff, but it's the first time I've ever done a live stream like that, especially in Times Square, and you have to speak quite loudly. There's a lot of stuff to kind of worry about. Yeah, it was quite nerve-wracking, but I think after, I mean, you know, I think the feedback we got from it was exceptional. You know, from some institutional people, some exchanges. There was a lot of people watching it. They were quite impressed compared to the quality of other crypto events, how good of a kind of event that was. But it looked, you know, on the camera, it looked pretty good, but it was kind of all over the place, because what actually happened is, and this is the best thing that happened for me, when we were supposed to have the billboard, they went in my ear and they were like, Leia was like, oh, and we've got something behind us. They're in my ear and they're like, Ollie, we're 25 minutes early. But that was the best bit, because then I had to kind of go off track and I felt a little bit more comfortable. It's definitely a skill set I want to develop, public speaking. But I think the event was a great success. You know, if you take away the price thing, of course, you're going to get a few people angry about the price. We don't control the price. But in terms of the reach and the type of people that we got their attention, it was a great success.
Yeah, just another normal day in the wonderful world of crypto. And kind of when I reflect back on things, I think Zilliqa's mantra was always about global adoption back in the day, and we're kind of still proponents of that. I think when you look at the way you launched we had this week, and a lot of people are criticizing us for doing an NFT drop in partnership with a hairdresser, or kind of however you want to look at it. But when you think about that individual who was the hairdresser for Diana, he's in Forbes, he's in Time Out. When you get challenged around what we're trying to do from a Zilliqa perspective, it's all about trying to support projects like yourselves in terms of awareness, bringing adoption outside of our bubble that starts to kind of focus eyes in on Zilliqa and the great projects that are building on us. So when I think about global adoption, there's probably not any better example in the Web3 era in terms of what you're doing. I think recently you kind of had your plugin. I know it's under controlled release, but for me, that feels like real world adoption. So how, or what is xcad's vision for global adoption in the next few years?
I mean, firstly, get onto your point about the NFT with the hairdresser, right? It's a good thing. I don't understand how some people can say things are negative. And the people that are doing this is because the price is not going up, it's going down. And this is what happens in bear markets. No one's actually, I mean, I don't understand how you can see this in negative light. And a lot of these people that are moaning, and I've got the same people moaning about the way we're doing xcad, they're backseat CEOs. They've never run a company. They have no experience. You know, they're putting more money they can afford to lose, and they're a little bit kind of, you know, they've got pointing a finger at somebody. In terms of, you know, I think, you know, the concept, the creator economy and what you guys are doing is kind of going to be the next wave of crypto, which is what we're obviously doing as well. But in terms of, you know, I don't like saying mass adoption too much, but I really cannot see another product like xcad on the market. I like to think of this as a bridge between Web 2 and Web 3, almost Web 2.5. You know, people are not buying cryptocurrency to speculate on with xcad. You know, they're earning it by watching YouTube with no change to the existing workflow. They're earning creator tokens, let's say KSI token, or they're buying creator tokens. They're earning and buying them to actually get access to special perks around the creator. These people don't want to know it's crypto. It's almost like a game credit for them and like a gamified experience. You know, they're not buying it to make money off it. They're buying it for the true utility. So, you know, I like to think of this as kind of Web 2.5. And I like I said, I don't like using the word mass adoption, but I think we're going to be, you know, my vision is slowly coming together. And I think we're going to be one of the mass adopted dApps that the crypto space has seen. Because the reach we have is incredible. You know, we've announced YouTubers with over 500 million subscribers. I mean, that is a huge, huge number. And we have more to announce, plus the snowball effect when people tell their friends about it. You know, I think the most important thing for us now, which is why we're doing a slow rollout, is to get it right. We've got big names involved. For us, it's not about making a quick buck. It's more about just making sure that the whole thing's right with these names on board and everyone's kind of satisfied. So we've taken a very data approach. The plugins so far, we've had extremely good feedback, and every single person that makes a user account on the plugin is actually making a wallet. There's just no private key management, which is obviously going to bring massive amounts of wallets to the Zilliqa network and transactions.
Well, Ollie, I know how busy you are. Thanks so much for taking time out of your day to have this little conversation with me. For everyone who doesn't know who xcad are or xcad network are, please take a look at this video and be prepared to have your mind blown by the reach and the adoption these guys are going to bring. Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
I think xcad are so good, we had to show that video twice. But yeah, jokes aside, I think what the chaps and chap S's over at xcad network are doing is really good. And I know it's a tough market and the guys are grinding hard. So yeah, we're really happy to kind of support them and kind of what they're looking to achieve.
I absolutely agree, and Ollie is really helpful. He helped me a lot into different projects. I have to say, this guy is great. Honestly, he's super friendly, great, always helping me on some task, even if he's super busy, because, well, he's the CEO of xcad. He has other things to do, but always trying to help me to manage me to connect with the right person. So again, thank you, Ollie, for being there. And that is. Go check out xcad. Now I would like to introduce you Nip. For those people who don't know who is Nip, it's Ninja in Pyjama, one of the best team in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, also in Rainbow Six. They are playing in many different games. They are one of the top 10 best eSport team in the world. They are our partners. And I have to say, working with them is simply hilarious. They are great people, always not taking everything serious, but when they work, they are the most serious people, I can tell you. So let's go for the new videos.
There, my name is Laura Rojas and I work at Ninjas in Pyjamas as the head of merchandise and metaverses. If you do not know who Ninjas in Pyjamas is Ninjas is one of the biggest esports team in the whole world. We have been around for 22 years. Yeah, 22. From the time that esports was almost nothing and considered not even an industry, to one of the biggest and most iconic brands that has ever existed. We have teams, and we have had teams in almost all of the esports titles. Some were very good, some not so much, and some were still thriving. Part of our success has been the amount of love and passion that we have for our fans. Our fans are literally everything for us. Without fans, we wouldn't even exist. So obviously, at all times, we're trying to innovate and bring new and better activities for us to be closer and to make our fans feel as part of the family, because of course they are. This is when Zilliqa entered into our ecosystem and into kind of like our radar. So why Zilliqa? I think that Zilliqa has a lot of fantastic, innovative activities. I feel that they're coming up even more and more and more with different products in so many different domains. I mean, I have not heard of another blockchain company that is trying to innovate in so many different spaces as they have. But above all, Zilliqa has one thing that is so invaluable, and is their people. Every single person that works at Zilliqa surprises me every time that I speak to them. Not only because they're extremely knowledgeable, but because everyone that works at Zilliqa is super passionate about innovation. So, where would the future take us? And what are the new steps that Ninjas in Pyjamas and Zilliqa are heading in? It's been some time since we announced our partnership, but trust me, it has not gone in vain. We have been working very, very hard to come up with even more interesting things that we have done into the metaverses and into the NFT space. So maybe I'll give you a small news about what's coming. Soon we will be able to release our NFT of the pajama. This is digital fashion, which I am extremely obsessed about. I think that the amount of usability that this will have, not only as a digital garment, but also as an entry to a very exclusive club. So please stay tuned and don't forget to find out where and how we will evolve into this. All this to say, Zilliqa, happy birthday. If you were a child, you would be 5 years old. So yay to that. By this time you're already in high school, in preschool, so yay! I will raise my glass, not of champagne this time, it's like midday here, but of kombucha, and happy birthday, guys.
Laura is always amazing.
I love Laura. I love the team over at NIP. I think when we did that partnership, I think definitely hit home the parallels between esports and crypto in terms of community. And I think she hit the nail on the head. Organizations, no matter what walk of life, what industry you play in, it's always about the people. So keeping that to the forefront is important. And Laura, thanks very much for that. Good shout out for all that we do. Much appreciated.
Absolutely agree. Thank you, Laura, again. It's amazing videos. Thank you. Thanks for all the works and the cooperation we did together. Really, it's amazing. For the next video, I would like to introduce you our incubator, the ones that help you to create any project on Zilliqa, to help you on the marketing side, to give you a grant, to help you to the communication. It's ZilHive. For those who don't know, ZilHive is our incubator. If you want to launch a new project on Zilliqa, go on ZilHive directly website and you will be able to be helped to launch your project. But at the same time, you will have a lot of support from us, from the ZilHive team, and also soon we're gonna have a project where I will be, how can I call that? A mentor, let's say. Yeah, a mentor is the right name. A mentor to help you, to support you in your new projects that you want to develop on Zilliqa. So let's start the videos.
Zilliqa turns 5. What an achievement. It's great to be involved. My name's Bradley Laws and I lead ZilHive, which is our ventures team. Under ZilHive, we work with companies and founders on their startup journey in this industry. We help them with education, funding opportunities like grants, formal programs such as incubators and accelerators, and also pure venture, which could be equity and/or token investment. So we've got a thriving ecosystem at Zilliqa, big plans to be pushing it on. We are very active. We've just closed a SAFT with Green Beans, who went through the accelerator last year, for example. It's a play-to-earn sustainability solution, B2C and B2B. Always looking for good investment ideas. We've got a number in the due diligence stage now. In terms of grants, very active. So we have grants available for companies who are just starting out, those maybe with a more mature project, bridging across, and everything in between. We have a number of hackathon events. Stay tuned for Q3 and Q4. We've just completed one with GR14, Gitcoin, where we awarded prize money to projects in gaming, soulbound tokens, also digital identity. We've just kicked off our incubator last week, where we've got 40 participants, a combination of individuals and companies who will be working together for the next 3+ months to work on their projects and rely on development support, tech support, and some of the funding opportunities available here at Zilliqa. Our accelerator, formal accelerator, runs once a year. That'll be kicking off in Q4. And we've just signed a partnership with Brink in Hong Kong. So we'll be leveraging their network, which spans all continents, all sectors within Web3, crypto, blockchain. They've got Animoca Brands as a strategic investor, and we'll be accessing their Lunar Launchpad and supporting projects on there with grant funds and also educational projects. and initiatives. So looking forward to getting going with them, which I think is going to be October, November time. Also hiring in the team, we've got a new joiner coming on board in August. We've been hiring for an investment associate role as well recently. So if you're a founder, project, or someone looking to get into the space or working in the space already, love to hear from you. And onwards and upwards for Zilliqa, on to the next 5 years.
Oopsie. There we are again. That's
yeah,
great.
I think Bradley did a good job there. I think the key thing is just to kind of focus in on, I know there's sometimes been some sentiment in the community that Zilliqa are only focused on gaming and metaverse. That really isn't the case. I think underpinning both of those, I guess, verticals is a strong DeFi, strong infrastructure to kind of power those different applications. So from a Zilliqa standpoint, DeFi, different types of stable coins, EVM, MetaMask, all these other things that kind of people have been asking for in terms of when are Zilliqa going to be in the curve wars and all these different kind of things. There's a lot of research going on behind the scenes around working out what sort of products we should be building to kind of drive that growth onto our kind of blockchain. So rest assured that is in play. And then as kind of Bradley intimated there with kind of things like Brink, where you're trying to look at bringing on different projects that might not have heard about Zilliqa before, they're going to be projects that aren't necessarily kind of gaming. We're looking for more DeFi projects. We're looking for the kind of the full gamut across the kind of the public blockchain spectrum. It just the fact that metaverse gaming allows us to be present in the spaces that the media are talking about, and again, try and drive that awareness back into the Zilliqa community so that everyone can kind of start to tap in those initiatives that we're driving. So just thought I'd kind of try and do a little recap around those things.
I absolutely agree with you, and that's true. We are entering soon a new era as ZIL 2.0, with the DeFi expanding, with also, as you mentioned, MetaMask. And what you have to understand is, if you have a great project around DeFi, you have a great idea, but you don't know how to create this, please join ZilHive, explain your idea, and we're going to support you the best we can. Because that's our main goal, is to expand our ecosystem in every way possible. So please, join us. Come to the party. So for the next video, it's going to be DrDeath. Few of you may know him. He's a great artist, an NFT creator. He's the guy with who I love to speak with about the ecosystem, about the NFTs, about the artist. I had the chance to meet him personally in Miami. And I can tell you, he is a funny and hilarious guy. I really appreciate him. Now, let's go on.
Happy birthday, Zilliqa. It is amazing to be here. For those of you who do not know, we are the award-winning artistic duo Tyne Smith, most commonly known as the two summoners of DrDeath, who started and leads the artistic movement Redemptionism.
DrDeath is a 32,000-year-old shaman.
Born into the Upper Paleolithic and a master of what today is recognised as psychological alchemy. As the story goes, DrDeath broke free from samsara, completing the magnum opus of alchemical transmutation, and surpassed into new forms through metempsychosis. He now exists on a plane that sits between the physical world and the spiritual abstract.
For thousands of years, DrDeath has gazed upon humanity,
divinely intervening with the living who have correctly summoned him. Through these interactions, DrDeath has intertwined with a vast array of societies and belief systems. At the present, DrDeath has chosen Jessica and myself from the living realm to act as his vessel to share his knowledge on esoteric wisdom and arcane universal truths. The age of Aquarius has begun, and DrDeath is here to direct us towards the light, teaching philosophies that are integral to the furtherance of a connected world and a more developed individual.
DrDeath in itself is a metaphorical name that represents transformation, renewal, and revolution.
DrDeath's name signifies profound change. To improve ourselves, our old habits and attitudes must die, in much the same way a caterpillar must metaphorically die to become a butterfly, for a process of transmutation and metempsychosis. It's within this metaphorical death that we find liberation, and welcome the transition from something in which has been lived out onto a new path with its beginnings.
We're excited to reflect upon the past year of DrDeath's career highlights using the Zilliqa blockchain.
It was around this time last year that DrDeath's ZilLiqa poem won first place at the Zilliqa competition, Why Zilliqa is the best blockchain in the world for high quality NFTs in their marketplaces. If you haven't seen it already, do check out on our YouTube. I think it was one of the first things that got really big for us, wasn't it, with DrDeath? Or how that tune.
This time last year, DrDeath's Redemption was only on episode 8, First Contact.
And what is DrDeath's Redemption? Well, it's DrDeath's weekly comic series, and it follows the main story arc of his life. It's full of philosophical aphorisms, and with all of his works, it explores the points of a redemptionism manifesto. Recently, episode 54 was released, and this marked the end of Chapter 1, Part 1.
Episode 12, The Pit of Servitude, saw the release of DrDeath's first ticket of redemption. This ticket grants the owner entry as a character into the comic. Chocoboy was the first to star in the comic in this episode.
Shout out to Chocoboy right now. So we're really excited to have so many Cult Club members in the comic all on this journey with us and DrDeath to redemption. And you can see this comic series over on our website and check them all out. We've had OX Greenie, the first ever family portrait with Chocoboy.zil, Hayla.zil and their son. We have Matthew Norris, we've had Jonathan, Digital Hack, Chocoboy again. He's got his own little personal arc in this entire story right now. We've had Murph, Grumpy, Patricia, Sean and Zillia Mum. It's excellent and we can't wait to extend that. Some of the episodes are JPEGs and some MP4s, which features DrDeath's animation and music. Way back in the day of Zilliqa NFT auctions, we kicked it off with our Headshot Series 2, marking the start of DrDeath's first Headshot series, an ongoing headshot collection that the utility is still a deep secret that will soon come into light. We are so excited as the long-term vision for DrDeath becomes a reality, and the holders will get very excited for being so early with this.
Up next we have DrDeath's Tarot Collection, the official DrDeath Tarot set.
This is in which we draw our Cult Club members and owner of each card as the antagonist of each one. We have Murph, Mark Warghost, Rachel, Zilliqan, King Zil, Noth, Chelada. We have Red, A0, Felix and Chocoboy. We really are building the official Zilliqa OG tarot deck, and we're really happy to have the visual representation of the Cult Club and Zilliqa Web3 community.
In October we had our first major fine art show when DrDeath had 2 physical paintings featured at the Saatchi Gallery in London.
One of the most renowned fine art galleries in the world that homes works from artists like Andy Warhol, Jeff Koons and Damien Hirst. So we were absolutely thrilled to see DrDeath art in such an established fine art museum. One of the physical paintings we sold to an art collector and Cult Club member, which makes us even more excited, was in Zilliqa. We're over the moon to have our first physical fine art sale on Zilliqa blockchain, which was for £9,000, which I believe is still the highest art sale to date on Zilliqa blockchain. I'm really excited to create the bridge between cryptocurrency, NFTs and in real life fine art galleries.
All of DrDeath's fine art is zero waste, made from upcycled, recycled and repurposed materials.
And since then we've released other fine art digital pieces such as Medusa 3, Virulence 2, both on Zilliqa blockchain.
We want to spend some time reflecting on the ascension of Ugar Chimes. This to us is one of the most poignant pieces that we've created all year. It was commissioned by our good friend Mustafa, who's a Cult Club member and part of the ZilFam.
Though we're born at different times, at different places, under different names in different societies, when somebody is hurt, we're all hurt. The fragility of life underpins all that walk the face of the earth. 21st of November 2004, Mardin, Turkey, 12-year-old Ugar Chimes' life is taken from this world during a police and terrorist crossfire in front of his home. An agonising act of such magnitude ripples across the entire world, a tragedy that will never fade. This is a child too young to have had to face the transience of life, and through art and blockchain we're able to meet this transitoriousness with immortality, as the history books are painted with the vivacity as they are with deep sorrow. As we learn from the great tribulations of the past, we must hold this story close to our hearts, to remember the infinite value of a life. A deep reflection on our world is a must. We are one world. one population and one family. And in our differences we must find celebration, for the vexations of our people inflict a terrible suffering on one another. We come into a new age, one in which we look back on the past and learn how to use this present to better shape the future. This is the era of redemption. The life of Ugar will be remembered in innocence, in light, and in reminiscence that we must come together to ensure a comfortable, safe and positive world. A world that has already seen so much violence. Ugar reminds us we must come together to find peace.
Later in the year, we released our first physical eco prints and eco t-shirts as NFTs.
Yeah, this is one of the first times we started exploring the bridge between NFTs and our physical eco garments. So as our eco garments, you can find a lot more of them about our website. As we move forward into a better Web3, a better world for everyone, it's important that we have a better fashion and understanding of how things are made.
March 2022 saw DrDeath's couture fashion exhibited at St Andrew's Don't Walk charity event, where £26,000 was raised for domestic abuse charities and art therapy charities.
The surface is just being scratched for the merger between Web3 blockchain and fashion industries.
Soon after this, we were excited to be guest NFT artists at the official Zilliqa Metapolis launch event in Miami.
Yeah, that was an absolutely incredible night. Really looking forward to more of those in the future. Amazing to get a chance to meet so many people from the community, from the people that work at Zilliqa, and just the whole board. It's just incredible. Now this brings us closely to today as we focus on the official Metaverse School of Philosophy, the Order of the Redeemed.
The Order of Redeemed is DrDeath's carbon negative 10k collection, 50% of which is built on Zilliqa. Each of the 10k NFTs are a representation of DrDeath on his journey up the path to enlightenment.
The Order Redeemed is the Metaverse first mystery school of philosophy, and all holders of the NFT are enrolled as keepers of the knowledge. DrDeath is reconnecting the dots of the belief systems from the cultures that he has traversed path between for the last 32,000 years, in order to guide present-day humanity toward an interconnected modern world.
All DrDeath's written work from the Order will be airdropped as limited edition NFTs to randomly selected keepers of the knowledge. This is the utility of the project. DrDeath is creating a new model of academic distribution that grants a second intrinsic asset to collectors.
We are really excited to explore and release DrDeath's first written piece for the Order of Redeemed, which will be Balancing the Era of Redemption, as we explore how Golden Age societies had an academic balance of science, philosophy and art, and then dive into art's critical role in that trio.
As we look into the future, there are a crazy amount of things that we are excited about that are happening between us and Zilliqa.
A lot of them, if we're honest, are in secret for now, but there are a few things we'd like to highlight, one of which the DrDeath art being part of the first person shooter video game after we won the competition with our Headshot 25, the wanted poster.
Recently, we have also been invited to 2 official government talks at Westminster, one on NFTs in the metaverse and one on crypto payments in the UK.
It's fair to say that we're getting noticed in every facet of Web3, and we're really excited to take Zilliqa wherever we go. We're really thankful to be part of this ecosystem, and we're over the moon with the people we have met so far.
A big happy birthday to Zilliqa. We are DrDeath.
The future is bright.
Amazing
love
shout out.
DrDeath. You gotta love DrDeath. I think that week when they were in the House of Parliament, I think we were 1 week House of Parliament. The next week we were in Times Square being promoted. So yeah, doing massive amounts for the Zilliqa community, which is appreciated.
Absolutely. And again, they're amazing. Honestly, they're amazing. I love to talk with them. They're super friendly, always helping, presenting new collections. They're everywhere. So it's great. It's great, honestly. The next one video will be about IgniteDao. Recently, they launched their test version that you can download on the Apple Store and also on the Play Store on your phone directly. The wallet is running super smooth. It will be a new feature on the Zilliqa ecosystem as a new wallet. But also, I can tell you many more new things will come up. The purpose of Ignite is to bring a new way to connect to Zilliqa directly and to also, how can I explain it? To destroy, let's say, the way that people think crypto is so difficult to understand, it will reach a mass adoption by being super easy and smooth to integrate. And that's where I absolutely like IgniteDao for the new application.
Yeah,
Shout out to them.
Yeah, I think the only other thing around it as well is the fact that they kind of created a DAO that's going to drive new organizations. I think that is the future. I think everyone's going to probably work in a DAO mindset moving forward. So I think the team that are behind IgniteDao, their vision, their kind of ambition, they're fully focused on building out more value utility into the Zilliqa ecosystem, I think shouldn't be underestimated either. So yeah, kudos to the chaps over there for what they're kind of bringing to the table.
Absolutely agree. I will start immediately the video.
Hello everyone, happy ZilFam, and thank you to the ZilliqaCity for inviting me over to give an update on what we have been working on. My name is Milan and I am from the IgniteDao team. So yeah, first I'll be going over our background, what the goal is of IgniteDao, and the upcoming release of our new smart contract wallet called Torch. Then after that, I'll show some short clips of the mobile app, explain what makes Torch different, and the benefits involved for all of you. Then lastly, I'll go over our future plans and end things with a partnership announcement. So yeah, the background. Once staking launched back in 2020, we started to run an SSI node under the name ZilLiqaCity, as some of you may know. And through the staking commission from people staking with us under that node, we got our revenue stream to start kind of thinking about building more applications and features that will expand and benefit the Zilliqa ecosystem. Yeah, and some of you also may know is that at that time I was also working at Zilliqa Research on partnerships, marketing, business development, and so forth. But I quickly realized that for the Zilliqa protocol to succeed, we can't just rely on Zilliqa Research to build everything, right? We all need to develop and expand the ecosystem together, and build useful and innovative applications. This is because one company or team will always have kind of scaling issues. You cannot handle all projects themselves, right? So the more teams operate and work together, the stronger the network effects for Relay 1 protocol, and the faster the protocol will flourish. Yeah, so after leaving Zilliqa Research, together with my co-founder Mark, we have set up the first legalized decentralized autonomous organization in the Netherlands. Yeah, so IgniteDao is therefore, fully comply with Dutch and European legislation to integrate its blockchain services with the traditional financial legal infrastructure. So our goal is to really be as compliant as possible and gradually integrate our services with the traditional financial world. So in essence, IgniteDao is kind of a bottom-up initiative that aims to create and integrate DeFi and social economy applications for the Zilliqa blockchain. We are aiming to attract as many talented developers and the business people to work together and cooperate to create value for the protocol. Based how the protocol is also kind of designed, is this will also help increase the burning rate of ZIL and make it more deflationary over time when more transactions are being processed. This is why we chose also the name Ignite. Our aim is to kind of help ignite the network to burn as much ZIL as possible by building and connecting valuable applications. And we think the upcoming Torch wallet will be the main gateway to make this happen. So in short, we use the staking rewards to build and integrate applications. Transactions will then increase, making the protocol more deflationary over time as more kind of ZIL tokens will be taken out of circulation. The ZIL value increases and therefore the ecosystem expands and more people will participate and therefore also stake with us, which gives us more revenue and opportunity to build and increase the burn rate even further, right? So this kind of creates this kind of deflationary spiral, which will benefit everyone involved and create kind of strong synergies. And this is kind of what we kind of aim for fundamentally. So yeah, as we were running our kind of SSN node, we quickly realized that we were dependent on other parties to host our staking node. We therefore decided to create our own wallet. However, we want to create a wallet that's much more useful than other wallets, right? And can kind of continuously grow and expand over time. And inspired by smart contract wallets like Argent on Ethereum, we decided to create a smart contract wallet called Torch for the Zilliqa ecosystem. And smart contract wallets allow for kind of innovations and features normal wallets do not offer. So you can think about integrating kind of decentralized exchanges, NFT marketplaces like Rialto, staking features, borrowing and lending applications, and much more. So, you know, we therefore see kind of Torch become the gateway for people to enter Web 3.0 in a kind of intuitive and easy manner as blockchain technology becomes more and more mainstream. And I personally believe that, you know, smart contract wallets will be the future because you can integrate and connect all DeFi and social economy in one easy to use wallet. And especially all the, you know, the CeFi drama that happened lately with, you know, Celsius, 3 Hour Capital, you know, we really need to create kind of an easy to use, transparent, non-custodial, on-chain solution for DeFi and social economy, I think. And just to, you know, to avoid kind of this opaque centralized parties, they make decisions for users' funds. They can really affect, the funds of the users when they are not fully aware of what's going on behind the scenes. So yeah, here I have some clips of Torch that's currently being tested on testnet by a group of 40 people. And you know, the first kind of clip, you see kind of the reputation score that's being built on through kind of staking with us. So if you stake, the longer you stake and the more you stake, the more reputation points you get, and the higher your level will be. So we have these different tiers set up. And as you can see here, if you like stake here, you automatically build up your reputation points and be placed in specific tiers. Here you basically see the staking portal and the automatic staking button that we developed. And just with one click, we calculate the best time to compound your staking to maximize your yield. So you go for APR to APY, which gives you better yield than any other SSN node so far. And also the instant on-staking feature that we think is very useful, where, you know, when there's high volatility, you can think about instant on-staking your ZIL and not wait for a 2-week bonding period to then unstake them with this feature. And based on your reputation point and levels, you get a discount on instant on-staking. And here we have kind of the trading features on testnet. Just the, you know, market orders you can place with all the kind of the ZRC2 tokens, and you can kind of execute them. And we also have created limit orders. This can be, I think, very useful for when there's also, again, for volatility for traders, if you want to go to stable coins, or if you want to kind of set out buy or sell orders depending on the volatility of the market. And you can also kind of see all the kind of the transaction history and everything that's been happening when you go through the blockchain and make decisions. So yeah, why Torch, right? Although we like everyone to stake with us for kind of altruistic or for ideological reasons, we understand that people need incentive as well to participate in our network. Like I said, this is why we have kind of written smart contracts that track the reputation points for people that are staking with us. And these reputation points will be very important as we interconnect more projects or build more dApps ourselves. You can kind of see this as an early form of decentralized identity within our ecosystem. And yeah, so you can earn reputation points by only staking at IgniteDao, and with the commission, we will continue to build and expand the Zilliqa ecosystem from a kind of a more DeFi approach, right? And also with reputation points, you are getting discounts on features that other SSN providers do not provide, such as executed limit orders, instant on staking, and the auto staking feature that calculates the best time to claim and restake your ZIL, which gives a higher APY. Which gives you therefore more money from staking. So these are all kind of incentives for people to join Ignite, and as more and more incentives are added with new features, this will kind of create a continuous compound effect, make your reputation points and level more and more valuable over time. So in short, we are continuously thinking about how to create value for our users. If you stake at IgniteDao, you're not only supporting us, but also supporting the value of the Zilliqa ecosystem to increase, and most importantly, that of the ZIL token. So yeah, as we go from kind of version 1 to version 2 to version 3 with Torch, we'll keep adding new features, adding new dApps for all the projects, all in one easy to use wallet for people, for both kind of people familiar with crypto, but also not familiar with crypto to use. So our vision is really to kind of onboard hundreds of thousands of users in the next few years into crypto through Torch. So the DeFi vertical, the NFT vertical, the gaming vertical, the social tokens and economy vertical, and whatever verticals are going to come in the future, we are all able to integrate and interconnect things inside Torch. So basically, every new version that's being released creates a strong compound effect from the previous version, allowing for these kind of exponential leaps and more value for community members. Yeah, currently we kind of want to keep it a bit secret for now while we're coming in version 2. But what I can announce right now is that we are partnering with Avely Finance to offer liquid staking, and they're swapping DEX inside Torch. This means we'll have staking, auto staking, instant on staking, and liquid staking all in one wallet. And I'm super excited to work closely with the Avely Finance team. I think they're doing very interesting stuff and kind of really helping advance the Zilliqa ecosystem with us. And if any other projects want to work together or have good ideas of what we could do, just happy to talk, and you can always kind of reach out to me. So yes, we came to the end. I hope all of you, will support us because developing innovative applications from scratch takes a lot of time and money, I noticed. And, and I hope after people see what we have been working on for so long, we get kind of encouraged to be part of the IgniteDao ecosystem and help us expand and scale up as fast as possible. And yeah, it was a pleasure informing you guys what we have been up to. Happy ZilHive, and yeah, see you guys soon. Bye bye.
Sounds awesome, the stuff that they're building over there. Obviously, I worked with Milan for a period of time. Top bloke. He's got amazing ideas around where the space is going. And yeah, I look forward to seeing the success that they're going to have over the coming years. So yeah.
Absolutely. I had the chance actually to be one of the beta tester, the early tester, and the application runs so smooth. It's really great, actually. The creation is super fast. And what I like is the way that it's auto-compounding directly your token. So that's really great. Thank you, Milan, again.
It sounds so simple, but I'm just surprised why nobody's done it before. It does save that headache. So when you're sleeping, it can kind of sort that out. So yeah,
Absolutely.
Thanks to Milan and the IgniteDao guys for that.
Our next video will be about a person that I recently met. His name is Blockchain Andy. He is one of the influencers of Zilliqa, releasing a lot of video about our ecosystem. I have to admit, he's a super cool guy. At first, I was a bit impressed, like, oh, you are meeting a new influencer. But in fact, he's really friendly. And today he will talk about his new project, Heroes of Lowhelm. So let's start directly with it.
無理。全てを破壊する。
Hello everybody, we hope you enjoyed that little video trailer. My name is William and I am one of the founders of Heroes of Lohelm.
My name is Adi and I'm one of the founders of the Heroes of Lohelm project. Before we dive in and talk about the project though, I would like to say a happy birthday to the Zilliqa project. I've been here since 2017 and I've been with Zilliqa every step of the way, so this is a massive occasion for the project overall.
For those of you who don't know what Heroes of Lohelm is, I am here to highlight our main features and help you learn more about what our team is building on Zilliqa.
We are creating an amazing turn-based RPG mobile game. So this game itself will be based on the Zilliqa blockchain, but it will also have cross-chain capabilities for a lot of other chains.
The video game story is set in a fantasy world called Lohelm, a planet governed by 5 kingdoms that are each blessed with an elemental power: earth, water, fire, light, and dark. The world was at peace until an alien invasion by a species called Mirans from planet Zeltania, who planned to harvest the elemental powers from each kingdom from Lohelm. Calyx, the protagonist, had everything he had loved taken away and decides to dedicate his life in helping the people take back Lohelm, an epic tale of devastation and redemption.
So basically, compared to traditional mobile gaming, the Heroes of Lohelm game is so much different. So we are more like a hybrid Web 2, Web 3 gaming format, and this is because we only tokenize certain major assets whilst leaving progressive assets off-chain.
Our goal is to actually unite all types of players, whether they are traditional gamers or crypto gamers. To meet that goal, we came up with a solution to allow players outside blockchain to play our game without ever needing a crypto wallet. If our plan is approved by Google Play and Apple iOS, Web2 players were able to make purchases in-game, essentially purchasing whole tokens using their debit cards and credit cards using the Google and Apple payment gateways. As for the video game information itself, such as how to play, it is best to learn hands-on when we publicly release the game.
So if you're wondering who's actually developing the game itself, we actually have 2 collaborating gaming studios building this game. Along with our core team, in total we have 43 people actually building the Heroes of Lohelm game. So HAL's full development began in March, and it's only taken 4 to 5 months to get to where we are now. And as you've seen, we have released an alpha, which is the first build of everything coming together.
Is it near complete? Not even close. However, we've been ramping up more artists and game developers to meet our public beta release date, which is in October 1st, 2022.
So the gaming studios that are developing the video game are HPL Game Design Corporation, Definite Studios. So HPL Game Corporation is a highly skilled 2D and 3D art development, as well as rich in-game development experience.
Nearly everything you've seen of Heroes of Lohelm has been created by HPL. Characters, stages, maps, user interfaces, everything besides the cutscene animations, video FX, enemy monster sprites, and the monster sprite animations.
Definite Studios is a highly experienced in 2D 3D animations, game development, and 2D 3D art. The studio is specifically working on frame-by-frame cutscene animations, VFX for heroes and enemy mobs, as well as monster sprites and monster sprite animations. With all the skills involved by both studios coming together, we're confident the quality of the video game we're releasing will be amazing on its launch.
Now moving on to our future plans. Right now our project is only about Heroes of Lohelm. However, once we launch Heroes of Lohelm, we want to start developing additional games.
And these will come as mobile video games and will rebrand as Infinity Games. We will still continue to build and upgrade the Heroes of Lohelm game, whilst we form more teams and start working on more active projects in the mobile game scene.
If you're worried about if the new games will be using new tokens, it actually will be using the same HOL tokens you're trading today, or that we have provided liquidity to.
So our goal is to produce and release crypto utilized video games, and we'll be using the same token for all premium purchases. This means that you'll be able to use the HAL token to purchase the rarer loot boxes in some games. We will have a staking contract live prior to the beta launch, and this contract is solely for investors who want to share in the game's premium mint contract sales. So this means the rewards that are solely based on premium mint sales. When we create multiple games, stakers will earn of the premium mint sales not only from the Heroes of Lorehelm, but for every game release published from us ourselves.
As previously mentioned, we do plan on launching the beta version of Heroes of Lorehelm in October 1st of 2022, which is this year, about 2 months from now, coming very soon.
Now to finish off, we will present to everyone the trailer which plays on every first player's interaction with the Heroes of Lorehelm game. Thanks very much for your support, guys, and have a wonderful weekend.
Peace out, y'all.
3000年、惑星ローヘルムは5つの王国によって統治されていました。それぞれの王国は異なる元素エネルギーの性質を利用し、その王国で生まれた人々にその力の祝福を与えました。ローヘルムは300年前に5つの王国すべてが同盟を結んで以来、常に平和を保ってきました。惑星ソータニアの異星人、通称ムリンの侵略が恐怖と破壊、そして死をまき散らしながらこの地を襲うまで。ムリンはローヘルムの5つの王国すべてを征服し、平和を破壊し、惑星全体を恐怖に陥れました。ローヘルムの物語は、かつての火の王国、クラ王国の騎士であったカリックスの旅から始まります。カリックスは彼の人生で愛したものを全て失った後、ローヘルムを救い復興することを誓いました。
俺はムーリンの全てを破壊する。
カリックスが最初に侵略を受けたバリアに旅するところから冒険が始まります。
What a video! What a game!
Amazing.
And they
Amazing.
really made it. Like, woo! That's going to be another great game on Zilliqa, honestly. And I'm already looking forward for the next beta.
Oh, have you had a play of it already, have you?
No, I didn't yet, but I will soon play it. I already had a quick chat with Andy about that. I definitely want to try it.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Great.
And Andy's done a lot for the community as well. As you say, he's been around for a long time and he's been very vocal through the good times, bad times. So yeah, it's good, and everyone should get behind the team and what they're doing.
Absolutely, and he have a great team behind him. Actually, there are a lot of people, and honestly, for the games that they are developing on our blockchain, I just can say congrats, guy. Thank you, and let's go.
Let's go.
For our next guest is a guy who is quite well known also by the community. His name is Chaz. He's been a part of the community since a while now. And when he sent his video, I was so happy. I didn't have the chance to talk a lot with him, unfortunately, but this will change soon. So, for our next guest, Chaz.
Happy birthday, Zilliqa. You're 5 now. I can't believe that. It is mind-boggling. I'm Chaz from the Zilliqa Observer, and while we may not have been making many podcasts over the past few months, it has been one whirlwind of a year, and I mean absolutely crazy. Since Zilliqa's 4th anniversary, I've had the privilege of working with a number of projects in one way or the other. I temporarily worked with Cherkia as their chief marketing officer. I ran an AMA with PackagePortal. I'm still working with an amazing group of people to run the Godzilla DeFi community on Telegram, and I completed the ZilHive incubator and accelerator programs. Those were amazing. More recently, what I've been up to is working with folks in the education and business spaces, looking at how we can apply public blockchain technologies and L1s to education, content management, and the delivery of multimedia assets. Look, I think your next year is going to be absolutely amazing. With your focus on Metapolis, Rialto, which I am especially excited about, gaming, EVM, DeFi, all of it. I'm thinking that Zilliqa is going to remain an L1 powerhouse. I think you're going to grow in reach and in volume. I think that the foundation that has been laid, not just over the past 5 years, but more recently the past year, will make all the difference. So as you turn 5 years old in a crypto winter, I know that it's reassuring to me to know that you've proven yourself time and time again as a well-run company with plenty of vision, technical expertise, and I mean for sure technical expertise, and ambition. I can't wait to hear more about what you're going to be working on for the next year. EVM, DeFi, Metapolis, all of it. Happy birthday, Zilliqa.
Have to admit, thank you, Chaz. Really, thank you. And as you said, there is so many development going on Zilliqa, so many new projects coming, and at the same time, so many new features that will be soon available. As we said, there will be EVM, Rialto, all these big projects, our game also how the games from our ecosystem. So the future is bright for Zilliqa. I have no doubt about that.
Yeah, I think Chase made some good points. I think just reflecting on the past in terms of the foundation that's been laid, you can't underestimate the work that went in before to kind of where we are now. And I liked his term, a layer 1 powerhouse. And yeah, I think with all the things that are happening behind the scenes, with all the projects, what we're seeing, like I guess we just saw Heroes with ZilHive and everything else that's going on, I do sense that it is going to be a big year coming up for Zilliqa.
Absolutely agree. For our next person and next videos, their name is RedChillies. When I met them with Tom and Jack, our 2 person at the same time at the Zilliqa core team, I have to say I tried few of their game. I didn't know, but in fact I had fun to play the game. The second funny fact is I lost all my money with them. that's another story. But no, they are really absolutely great guy. They made a great also dApps, RedChillies. I hope everyone can check it because it's really worth it. I will say, let's go.
The suspense.
Hey everyone, this is Krishna Dahal, co-founder of RedChilliesLabs, and I'm so happy to be here to be a part of ZilFam, and I can't believe it has been already 5 years for Zilliqa. This is a big time and big congratulations and best wishes for Zilliqa and whole ZRC2 ecosystem. And I have been a part of the Zilliqa community since 2018, and through RedChilliesLabs we have been building various decentralized applications on Zilliqa blockchain. Zilliqa blockchain, it is one of the top-notch L1 blockchain right now, and there is no deny on that. The technology, the sharding technology, the faster transaction fees, the secure blockchain for the smart contracts, and the lower transaction fee, all those are already there. But on top of that, the ecosystem that we have, the GRC2 ecosystem, the projects, and even the Zilliqa team, the core team, there is a close connection between us, and that has been proved as a motivation for companies like us to build on Zilliqa. And RedChilliesLabs, it is a research-driven blockchain company that incubates decentralized application. On Zilliqa blockchain, we are more focused on the gaming category. And we started with the prediction platform. From there, we have already outgrown to build and develop the on-chain chess and multiplayer games like the Ludo. So they are already live on Zilliqa. And on top of that, Zilliqa is itself more focused on the gaming, and they are launching various games, and we are building from the community to support that kind of the mission to bring the mass adoption into the crypto space through the gaming side. And we have recently launched a Zil Arena platform, that is a platform where you can organize a tournament, and that will automatically manage the bracket, standing, the reward distribution process for the tournament. So that can be all done easily with one or two clicks. The growth of the RedChilliesLabs and its projects can be clearly seen on the numbers. There are more than 100,000 active users collectively on all our platform that we have developed. And there are more than 5 to 6 projects that we are working on right now. And they range from DeFi to GameFi to play to earn games to even NFT metaverse. And we have more than 10 to 12 smart contracts right now. They are active on the Zilliqa platform alone. And these smart contracts, they have processed more than 100,000 transactions last year alone. And the value of the transaction that has been processed is more than $1 million. So these numbers are huge. And when we talk about our company, our team, we have also outgrown from 3 people to 11 full-time members. And the effect of all this growth will be seen because we are constantly and persistently building and bringing the users. So it will take time, but the effect and the result will come out in the next quarter and the upcoming quarters and the upcoming years. So to talk about the future of the RedChilliesLabs and all the works that we are doing and that are upcoming and that are ready to be launched in the next quarter, we have Vivek Koirala, our CEO, who will be talking next. So thank you so much for supporting RedChilliesLabs and listening to me here. And at this time, enjoy ZilHive. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, it's me Vivek Koirala from the top of the world, Nepal. I am CEO at RedChillies to be celebrating the 5th anniversary of Zilliqa with you all. What a year it was for us. Congratulations to everyone in the community and thank you for believing in RedChillies and our other projects. From the start, we have been focused on building awesome stuff at Zilliqa. As far as the vision of the company, we have completely taken a paradigm shift this year. RedChilliesLabs is an incubator that brews new ideas and helps them come alive. Last quarter only, we incubated 2 projects in the labs, and I can't wait to share what those projects are with you all. I hope that we can share it very soon. We believe that the future of Web3 lies in the cross-network connection, and with the idea of a person running smart contracts in Zilliqa from any network like Ethereum or any other EVM chains, we will be focused on making our products not limited to a niche or a network. We are expanding our horizons to other networks and hopefully bringing those users to Zilliqa as well. Apart from the development, RedChilliesLabs have also been actively involved in growing the blockchain ecosystem in Nepal. In a country where crypto trading has been considered illegal, we are raising people's awareness of crypto and Web3. We translated Bitcoin's white paper in the Nepali language, and we have a local community with more than 1,000 members. We look forward to providing the launchpad to developing nations like Nepal. Lastly, kudos to everyone building in the Zilliqa community. Let's keep building. Thank you guys.
I have to admit, I've never been to Nepal, but definitely when I will go, I will meet these guys.
Yeah, I was actually amazed how much they've grown from when they started out. And I think in terms of number of transactions, the people, what they're building, it's obviously a business that's working. So yeah, kudos to them for grinding so hard and kind of being around at our 5th birthday party. So, which is amazing. I think the next video that we're going to see is from the team at PackagePortal, who again have been big supporters of the Zilliqa blockchain for a long time. And for me, they're all about driving enterprise adoption. I think they might have pivoted their business model slightly, but if you want to kind of understand the voice of the customer in terms of what their feedback is, what do they think of a specific product, what do they think of delivery, what do they think of other things, it's very hard, based on my past experience, to get feedback. The way they kind of leverage Web3 as a mechanism to incentivize people to start to engage from a feedback perspective, I think is really powerful. And as we kind of move forward, lots more organizations are starting to be voice of the customer at the heart of their business. So I think strategically, PackagePortal are going to be well placed as that kind of era accelerates, and I look forward to seeing kind of how they develop into the year. So without further ado, let's see the video.
Let's go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm JG Whitley, one of the founders and CEO of PackagePortal. Big shout out and happy birthday to Zilliqa. Thank you for giving us a few minutes to share what we've been building on your platform. Thank you also for building a really cool and fast and scalable platform like Zilliqa with sharding and all of its technological marvels. Just by way of introduction, if you're new to the community or haven't heard of PackagePortal, we are one of the first dApps to launch on Zilliqa. We've been around since 2019. I've been a community member since 2018 and decided to build shortly thereafter, after the last bull market, or bear market, sorry. We built all through the bear market, and we've been hand in hand with Zilliqa for a number of years now, and we've made lots of progress, and like to share some of that with you today. As mentioned, we were founded in 2019. We were one of the ZilHive incubees in Wave 4. It's been a few years now. In 2020, we launched our token and the beta version of our mobile app in the app stores. And in 2021, March, April, that was validated with explosive user growth, a lot of fanfare, and the Zilliqa community really came alongside us. In 2022 and beyond, we'll be expanding and commercializing our products and everything that we've built. We've got a number of different features and products now in line and in tow as well. And all of those are going to be going live very soon. Now, as a high-level introduction as to what PackagePortal is and does, again, we are a dApp built on Zilliqa, and our core function is to incentivize consumer feedback. We've started primarily with delivery, logistics data. I own a delivery company here in Phoenix, Arizona. I've got 35 drivers, have done that for a number of years, about a decade now, and that's going well. But some of the problems in that industry I noted, and at the same time I was building in the community of Zilliqa and learning about smart contracts, and the two kind of meshed together. And delivery confirmations and ratings has been our first primary feature, a product that we have launched, and that's what's been out in the public for a lot of years now. Well, I guess for a year and a half now. But we actually are beginning to incorporate surveys because Shopify and other Web3 companies are able to engage their consumers outside of e-commerce, not just in the confines of a delivery, a product being ordered and shipped and tracked and delivered and received. That kind of restricted our usability, our utility, because we could only get data when a package was arriving and when that user would open up the app. And so the surveys can kind of provide that time break where we don't have to be restricted to only products being delivered, and we are able to actually provide value to those who provide data. The Web 2 traditional model is for big data software, social platforms to extract your data, to learn about you, and then sell that data packaged up to some other company as advertisement space and from marketers. And that's well and good if you opt in for that and that, if it's expected. But the world is changing, and third-party cookies are going the way of the dinosaur. The federal regulators are out internationally in the European Union, in America, and beyond to restrict privacy encroachment, which is a good thing. Nobody likes to have unsolicited ads on their Facebook or their Twitter stream or their Instagram or TikTok, whatever platform you use, when you have those curated ads, it's because they've extracted data about you and you have no value other than having those personalized ads, which can be a good thing if you're an avid shopper, but most people don't want all of those facts leaked about them and in the hands of some other company without some sort of recompense, payment, value exchanged back. And so that's where PackagePortal comes in. Our users are able to claim Satoshis or export or other tokens, in the future as a credit, as a tokenized receipt for the data that they provide. Whether you answer a survey or, give a thumbs up or thumbs down on a delivery that you might have got, that data is valuable. Delivery confirmations give finality to shippers. Surveys can help improve marketing, really make your shopping experience better and help merchants to identify what it is that you might want to buy, not necessarily what it is that they really hope to try to shove down your throat and sell you. And so that's the benefit of first-party data, and that's what PackagePortal is really aiming to do, is provide a marketplace where consumers and users can facilitate the exchange of their data and get some value in return, not just be extracted. And as I've mentioned before, we have a mobile app that's been in the Google Play and Apple App Store since November of 2020. It's gone through lots of iterations and improvements, and we're kind of evolving beyond the need for a native and mobile app with the presence of a web app that is able to function within any browser, any device, anywhere, anytime. It's unrestricted. You don't have to go through these hoops to download the app. That's a real pain point for a lot of people. Nobody wants another app. And then also, it makes things better for the merchants as well, because we can white label that. They can put their branding on it. There's no middleman pass through. They don't see PackagePortal. For the community, everybody wants PackagePortal and Zilliqa to be highlighted, but within traditional business, nobody wants to highlight any particular point of a tech stack. And that's what blockchain functions as within PackagePortal, is just one component of our tech stack. We don't want to shout out AWS and this and that, because ultimately the user doesn't care. The user just wants to know that my car works. I don't need to know what kind of oil goes in it or how many quarts or how many liters. I don't need to know any of that. Can I drive my car to work today? Yes? No? Okay, great. And that's what we hope to do with blockchain in PackagePortal, just make a flawless and frictionless user experience for consumers to exchange data and get value in return. And that's our number one goal. I can quickly share this graphic that kind of illustrates how our web app will function. We can walk through, you see just a claim. What do you think about the Star Wars trilogy? That's a random question. We don't have to be tied to e-commerce. We can do anything within, Web3 companies, trade desks, news desks, coin trackers. Crypto companies can also gain value from surveys. And now you can see a user is able to hit a link from their browser, answer the survey, receive some rewards, even toggle the network and choose between Ethereum and Bitcoin. If they want to receive in sats, they would tap like this. If they want to receive export on the ETH network or export on the Zilliqa network, they can toggle that button there and then collect and receive as they choose. Now we've put together this little deck that shows a little bit more detail around how we operate, what we do, the problems that we're solving, and what it is that we hope to accomplish. You can see Web3 surveys is crypto rewards for user engagement, providing incentivized surveys, tokenized loyalty, and actionable analytics. And we've kind of gone over the introduction. PackagePortal provides Web3 surveys for Shopify stores and companies in the crypto industry. We are a B2B SaaS for customer engagement, and our platform gives the ability for users to offer their customers a digital wallet with tokenized rewards for feedback and loyalty. And this creates a mutually beneficial marketplace for that first-party consumer data to be exchanged and for value accrual to happen on both sides, merchant and consumer. Now here you can see some of our core features. I'll just highlight a few of those. Our Bitcoin Lightning Network integration is live. It's working in development. Sorry, it's not in production yet. We have not released it. We hope to release that with Shopify, which is also in review. Ethereum Network, that integration is live as well in development. And we also have meta transactions for the Ethereum network, which opens up a lot of doors for relayer and network fees in the future as we expand those contracts. Additionally, one-tap wallets, that's major. In my opinion, it's huge because a user can create a wallet, non-custodial, with just their email and password, or their Gmail. They can sign in, and as soon as they do, we now have a wallet created for them that they can access anywhere, not just with PackagePortal, but anywhere that integrates Web3 Auth, a company previously known as Taurus, who was actually a ZilHive Incubate as well in Wave 6. Now, I mentioned before that we're focusing on Shopify, but we also have our standalone integration that has functioned for over a year now. It enables simple sign up. Merchants can get surveys and delivery data instantly, analyze those results and get very powerful data that they can, leverage. And our Shopify integration, which is upcoming, will allow users to sign up and create those surveys right within their Shopify dashboard, which is very helpful because it puts us in the place where they already, conduct business. This is the dashboard that 1.7 million Shopify store owners, which consist of major brands as well. But this is the place where they log in and they view their analytics, their orders, who bought what, who has complaints, what's going on with their product. So for us to be within that platform just a few clicks away and integrate with all of those different triggers and analytical views is very powerful, and we hope to leverage that over the coming months. One of the ways that we do so is with the Survey Creator. Again, this is an embedded app. There are two different kinds of apps within Shopify, and they're beginning to push everybody towards an embedded app, which just integrates with their backend and their platform a whole lot better. And this will enable store owners to create an unlimited amount of surveys. They can add the questions and answers, set triggers and expiration, and then publish, and then that's it. And they can do that as many times as they like. And what a trigger is, this product should have this survey. If you want to know about a set of apparel that you're offering or some sports equipment, you definitely want to have different surveys. And so you can do that with PackagePortal by product type or by order status. Was it fulfilled yet? Was it delivered? Was it received? Now, as all of those surveys are being completed by users and consumers from these various brands, Shopify store owners, Web3 companies, they get filtered into this dashboard where the member can aggregate, filter, sort, chart, graph, do whatever they like with the data to inform their marketing research, inform their product research, and understand better how to market and reach those consumers that they already have. It's really about retention rather than customer acquisition, because it's very hard and expensive for businesses to acquire new customers. It's just getting very expensive. Ad costs, competition, all of that stuff is making prices go up. So the customers that you do have, it's much more economical to retain those, to maintain that relationship, keep them invested in your company, keep them loyal. And how better to do that than with incentivized loyalty, engaging them beyond the shopping cart moment or beyond that user moment. Hit them with an email, send an SMS, ask a question. It'll take 30 seconds and boom, they just earn some crypto. That's a pretty good way to engage users and keep them engaged with your platform as well. And here we have just a quick glimpse of our product roadmap in 2021. There's some of the things that we've accomplished the first half of this year, 2022. Simplified the user flow. We added those one-tap wallets. A referral system is in effect. Gasless meta transactions, the surveys that are incentivized, and strategic partnerships. All of that has been accomplished. And what we're working on currently right now is that Lightning Network integration, which again is live in development. We just haven't published it yet, as well as Shopify and Gmail. All of those are working on the back end. We just have not pushed them yet because we're going through some final reviews. But we're well on our way to having those go live and then to focus on the rest of those bullet points for the rest of the year. And then you can also see some of the future tasks that we've outlined for ourselves and the goals that we hope to accomplish. And that's it. Thank you for coming to my Zil Talk. I'll leave you with another little video snippet that we plan to release to Shopify store owners. It's specific to them. And that brings us to a close. And again, thank you, Zilliqa, for allowing us the time to share. Happy birthday. Big shout out to you guys. If you need to know anything about PackagePortal, you're still thirsty for some knowledge, hit me on the email, on Telegram, on Twitter, jg@packageportal.com or inquiry@packageportal.com. You can find us on Twitter. Everything is at PackagePortal. Look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye.
What a great presentation, honestly. I cannot say better.
The energy that JG brings to the video is a different level. I think key takeaways for me was I guess, the invisible innovation and putting the tech to the back. I think they've got a really, really solid use case. I think the multi-chain aspect's important to kind of, again, grow awareness. The only question I would have to JG is, can you accelerate the Amazon integration? The amount of packages from Amazon that seem to arrive at my house, I'd love to be able to give more feedback. But yeah, jokes aside, this is what blockchain's all about. I think at scale, at enterprise, I have no doubt there'll be an acquisition of PackagePortal at some time over the next few years.
I absolutely agree. And honestly, the application is amazing. The project behind it is simply mind-blowing for me. Like, all what they're doing on the marketing side is crazy good. I definitely need to recontact them soon. I let Bradley handle it, but definitely this guy needed and deserve a lot of well done, guys. The next video will be, and it will be the last one, about Beanterra. And then we're gonna show you a little advanced side around Metapolis, but I will not talk more about that. Let's focus on our next project, which is Beanterra. It's a great NFT project on Zilliqa, will turn out into a good game. Let me introduce it.
Happy birthday, Zilliqa! Congratulations on your 5th birthday. And I'm very happy to be part of the Zilliqa ecosystem and community. So I'm Chun Hui from the Beanterra team, and we started in the ZilHive Incubator last year, and we have been busy building ever since. Right? We thank you so much for the strong support for the entire Zilliqa community, from all those in ZilFam, and also being supported by ZilHive Ventures as well. So Beanterra is a play-to-earn game where players can control cute beanos represented by NFTs, and our game is set in a dystopian Earth-like planet with a storyline related to sustainability. So we have been really busy building the game for the past few months, so let me show you a short peek of our video. We launched Beanterra, some time ago with 10,000 origin beanos in 4 different classes with various traits and legendary beanos. As you saw in the demo, each class has a different movement abilities, giving rise to a really multi-layered tactics gameplay. Each beano has 6 unique body parts, and they are more than just attributes and aesthetics. They provide a unique trait and ability, such as attack types, AoE, inventory, that shape the way how you use your beanos. Beanterra features a modern isometric tactics gameplay that has something fun to offer for everybody, whether you are casual or competitive. Beanterra also promotes high replayability by allowing each beano to have a combination of class, items, elements to enhance its stats over time. The gene based on chain breeding will help to generate new beanos, and the mutation mechanism helps to yield rare body parts during the breeding process. The community is really important for Beanterra too, so we included several social elements such as guild, raid, shared bounty, scholarship program, and etc. In addition to all the body parts, each beano can be equipped with a large collection of items called relics, and these special abilities help your beanos to gain an edge over the enemy, with 3 types, gadgets, spells, and summons, and over 100 relics at launch. It allows for unlimited playstyle of your beano teams. But no game will be complete without a good antagonist. So Beanterra features challenging enemies known as beamorphs, and each of these beamorphs is designed to challenge your beano and set up your tactical abilities. Each of these beamorphs has its own abilities and elements, and even its own relics, and they are dynamic enemies which will grow intelligence and arsenal of abilities as you progress in the Beanterra game. So while many NFT games don't have a real engaging storyline, one of our unique selling points is that the game is designed to be first and foremost fun to play, and also has a deep and meaningful story with many metaphors related to the environment. For example, legendary beanos are modeled after real-world endangered animals to bring about greater environmental awareness. So Beanterra has a real-world impact through tokenomics, which I'll get to, and we also want to make seamless gaming experience using gasless meta transactions, and hence encouraging adoption even for non-crypto native players. On top of that, players can also earn reward tokens and game items by completing quests in the game. They can rent out Beanos and get a share of rewards from players who landed within their guilds, and this reduces the barrier to entry for new players. Lastly, they can breed Beanos or craft item and sell it in an in-game marketplace as well. One of the reasons why we built Beanterra is so that we can really serve the community and really create beyond just an NFT game, but a larger sustainable ecosystem. Because we saw the gap that actually building a user base around sustainability is very difficult. And that's why we wanted to challenge ourselves to really build a really fun and interesting gaming community that will power sustainability through incentivization. And this aligns very well with Zilliqa's green plan to be carbon neutral as well. While early pioneers in the play-to-earn games typically have an unlimited supply token as game rewards that requires a constant growth of user base to maintain its price, this has proven to be unsustainable. Beanterra chose to launch as a limited supply token instead and leverage on the in-game utility of the token, and thus creating this closed-loop system for earned GP tokens that can be reutilized back in the game for various rewards and quality of life improvements, upgrading and leveling up, your Beanos as well. The tokens can also be used for staking, on LP or external exchanges, and also in-game as a DAO and reward mechanism. This allows the community to directly influence the future of the game development and also act as a decentralized governance of a larger sustainability network. The DAO treasury will also be used to invest in projects that align with our vision. So what's coming up next? We have completed our NFT and GP token sale earlier this year. So coming up in our birth stage, we'll be launching our NFT staking and NFT marketplace very soon. In our growth stage, within the third and fourth quarter of this year, we'll be launching our own Discord game very soon to really keep our community engaged and really have fun, right, within the Beanterra Discords. And also our first playable demo that we're working very hard on. And this will be followed by the actual game launched near the end of the year. So in our merge stage, we'll be expanding the game content to include our guild system, scholarship programs for Beanos, and we'll also be rolling out our network of sustainable partners as well. So we really thank everyone for helping us, for the entire community, for supporting us on Discord, on Twitters, on collaborations we did with, for all of our unique holders, and we really hope to move forward with the entire ZilFam community. So finally, we thank you so much, and we hope that you'll join us in this journey to save the world together through NFT gaming.
Welcome back.
Boom, boom, boom.
I have to say, now Beanterra is a great project. I followed them since a while now, and honestly, it's looked great. I can't wait actually to play more the game. Our last videos now, I mean, people were waiting for that. It's a sneak peek of ZilliqaCity. And thanks to Mohan actually for sending this. It's great. I have to say, you will be surprised, guy. Yeah. Again, happy birthday to Zilliqa. ZilFam, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. And yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. I know it's quite a long session, so we appreciate the time that you've invested to kind of listen in. I think from my perspective, just hearing the projects that I'm building on Zilliqa, I think it's important that we become that fabric, or I guess a Twilio type play where we provide, I guess, the platform for enabling your business to succeed. And I think as we, Zilliqa ourselves, try and build out applications that drive more awareness, that build or bring more eyes to what you're doing, I think that's an important kind of component in terms of how we can help you kind of drive forward. But as with everything, it's all about community. And thank you so much, ZilFam, for everything that you've done over the past 5 years. Happy birthday to one and all.
Can't say better. Can't say better.